And with that, welcome to tonight's Pod-Crust. I'm your host, Crust, and that's Gage. Say hi.
I already said something. They already know who I am.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Well, do you know what we're doing tonight, Gage?
Not beating our meat because it's Sunday, the day of the Lord.
Well, you're wrong on one account there. However, what we're doing
Yeah, it's not
right
the day of the
now,
Lord. You're right.
what we're doing right now is we're going to read a little story. A rather infamous story. I asked you this earlier. I'll ask you again for the record. Have you ever heard of the Eye of Argon? I'll take that as a
What?
no. I,
What did you say? You just said, "Have you heard of the?"
have you ever heard of the Eye of Argon?
No.
Okay. It is a little fantasy novella written in the 80s, I believe, uh,
That's
by
too far back. Fuck
by
the '80s.
by a one Mr. Jim Thighs.
Jim's thighs.
Jim
Who the hell's Jim?
Thighs. But it is rather infamous for being one of the most atrociously written pieces of filth ever made. And we are going to read it. And here are the rules. I'm going to send you a link to the story so you can open this on your end.
Is it on Foxacre?
No, it's on whatever the hell website this is.
That's okay. I'll see which one has a better loadout. Oh my god, that's just fucking white text.
Well, what did you find it on a different website?
Oh, oh.
Well, come on, dead air. Stop it.
Yes, yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, don't fucking dead air me. I'll fucking
You,
beat you to death.
I'll fucking kill
I
you.
had to make
Don't
sure that it
dead
was the right thing.
air. Okay. So all right, you have it open. All right. So here are the rules. We're gonna take turns reading this. Uh, you start off from the beginning. When you reach the end of a chapter, we swap. If you laugh, we swap. And you have to read it like verbatim. Like, don't try and correct any typos in your pronunciation. You have to read it exactly how it is written. Understand?
I guess.
Okay. We'll start on your mark.
Wait, are you reading first or me?
No, you. You go first. Start from the first bit, the weather
God
beaten
damn it, why did you
trail.
pick the fucking illiterate guy? I'm not illiterate, I'm pretty sure I actually have dyslexia.
Sucks. Anyway, read.
Wait, how long is a chapter?
Do you see the number markers at the bottom? Like, are you on the Ansible website that I am?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know how yours is formatted.
Oh! Those, yeah.
Yeah, you see the numbers that separates the chapters.
Am I gonna lose this game? Yes. What
It's
do
not
I win?
really a game. This is just for fun. So start from the weather beaten trail when you're ready.
I wanted to do this podcast because I wanted to discuss something interesting, not get yelled at because of my dyslexia.
Oh, don't worry. Fucking Jim Thighs was dyslexic as well.
Maybe my dyslexia will help me read this better.
Yeah.
The weather-beaten trail wound ahead into the dust-racked climes of the barren land which dominates large portion of the Mongolian Empire. Age-worn hoofprints smothered by the sifting sands of time shone dully. I can't,
You
I
laughed.
can't do this.
You
I can't
laughed.
do this. I can't do this. I
My
cannot do this.
my turn.
My my brain physically fucking dies.
Oh,
Okay,
don't
I'm
worry.
sorry.
It gets so much worse.
No, you're gonna actually give me a heart attack.
All right. Age-worn hoofprints smothered by the sifting sands of time shone dully against the dust-splattered crust of the earth. The tireless sun cast its parching rays of incandescence from overhead, halfway through its daily revolution. Small rodents scampered about, occupying themselves in the daily accomplishments of their dismal lives. Dust sprayed over 3 heaving mounds and blinding clouds while they bore the burdensome cargoes of their struggling overseers. Prepare to embrace your creators in the Stygian haunts of hell, barbarian, gasped the first soldier. Only after you have kissed the fleeting stead of death, wretch, returned Grignr. A sweeping blade of flashing steel riveted from the massive barbarian's hide-enameled shield as his rippling right arm thrust forth, sending a steel-shod blade to the hilt into the soldier's vital organs. The disemboweled mercenary crumpled from his saddle and sank to the clouded sward. Damn it. Your go from disemboweled mercenary.
No, I don't think I can finish that sentence without laughing. I'm 100% sure
You
my
gotta,
brain will just fuck.
you gotta try.
Okay, I guess.
I'll give you a pass on this one sentence if you can do it.
The disemboweled mercenary crumpled from his saddle and sank into the cloud sword, sprinkling the parched dust with crimson droplets of escaping life fluid. I'm actually eating pizza right now as well, and I'd like fucking die when I do anything.
Well, be sure not to spill any life fluid on your pizza there.
I'm gonna fucking die. The enthused barbarian swirled around, his shock of fiery red hair tossing robustly in the humid air currents as he faced the attack of the defeated soldier fellow in his arm. Damn you, barbarian! Shrieked the soldier as he absorbs his comrade in death. A gleaming scimitar. Is that the proper pronunciation?
Yes, smote. That is the past tense of smite.
No, the word before
Oh,
it.
oh, scimitar. Yeah, that's how you
Okay,
say
because
that.
I know you get fucking pissy with Carlos when he says scimitar, and I think he says it just to piss on you now.
He does it because he thinks he's Popeye.
I'm gonna piss on your grave.
Continue.
Smote a heavy blow against the renegade's spiked helmet, bringing a heavy cloud over the Ecordian's misting brain. Shaking off the effects of the pounding blow to his head, Grignr brought down a scarlet streak edge against the soldier's crudely fought hauberk. Clinging harmlessly to the left side of his opponent, the soldier's steed whined as
Wind.
he directed his horse back from the driving blade of the barbarian. Grignr lashed his mount forward as he hoarsely pierced battle cry of his wilderness bred race. What the? I'm sorry. That's it. Call it a fucking laugh because I can't fucking.
I know it's
That
so
sentence.
fucking bad.
That sentence is not a sentence.
I,
I'm.
dude, I'm
Who the hell
telling you, it
is
gets
this? Wait, hold on.
worse.
Who wrote this? Is he still alive?
Jim
Number 3 class.
Thighs. I don't know. Maybe.
Jim Thighs. His name isn't. He's dead. I looked it up and it says he's dead.
Ah, really?
He's
I got it.
fucking dead.
I'll check that later. But fuck, damn it.
2002. He's been dead for over 10 years.
Damn it! He had so many more great works to write.
No,
Alright.
he didn't.
Alright. Grignr leashed his mount forward as the hoarsely piercing battle cry of his wilderness-bred race resounded from his grinding lungs. A twirling blade bounced harmlessly from the mighty thief's buckler as his rolling right arm cleft upward, sending a foot of blinding steel ripping through the Cimmerian's exposed gullet. A gasping gurgle from the soldier's writhing mouth as he tumbled to the golden sand at his feet and wormed agonizingly in his deathbed.
I'm sorry, but actually it's pronounced Tice. It's Jim Tice, apparently.
I'm gonna say thighs, and fucking now I just have this image in mind of some dude like getting stabbed and then dropping to the ground and doing the worm as he dies.
Dude, yeah, no, that was Jufiva. Dude, Jufiva hit the ground and then just made a long fucking spy death scream and then did the fucking worm as he disintegrated.
For continue from Grignr.
Hold on, I can't find it because I can't fucking find anything. My brain
Grignr's
just like
emerald green orbs. Orbs.
no.
What
Mm-mm.
website? What website are you looking at?
Foxacre.com.
That's
No,
fucking-
it's the right one. No, I read that you get that far, my brain just says please stop. Grignr's emerald green orbs glaring lustfully at the wallowing soldier struggling before his chestnut swirled mount. His scowling voice reverberated.
Reverberated.
Oh my, I'm
Yeah.
fucking autistic. Sorry. Over the dying form in a tone of mocking mirth. Your city-bred dogs should learn not to agonize your better.
Antagonize.
You know what?
Are
No,
you okay? Are you actually dyslexic?
probably.
Cuz I might have to like fucking scrap this whole thing if you can't actually read.
I can't read to begin with. I'm illiterate. Yeah, no, that's not even a fucking word. That's not even a
Ring.
word right there.
Yeah, that
What?
he missed which one?
You know the fucking word.
Raining? That's he
Yeah.
misspelled raining.
I, it just looks like fucking scribbles at this
Yes, I
point.
know.
I no, I can't do this. You are actually torturing a dyslexic man. And you know what? I'm gonna get call the fucking UN on you so that they can send the fucking United States military to your house to
Okay,
kill you.
okay, okay, fine. How about this? I'll read and then you just provide commentary. Sound good?
I can't. I've given the best commentary this I can give. This man is literally fucking autistic and wrote a book and then said, "Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna give the book to someone with dyslexia
To
that also
proofread.
can't spell to copy the book, and then I will publish it as such." So the sentences are missing like 3 words
Yeah.
and nothing is spelled right.
Yeah. It's pretty
So
bad.
when I, who can barely read something like this, decides to read something like this, I say, "What the hell am I reading?" Because now I'm missing like 8 words in a sentence. That's 9 words long, apparently.
Alright, well, I'm going to continue. See if you can find it in your heart to comment on what you hear. Reining his weary mount ahead, Grigner resumed his journey to the Norgolian city of Gorzam, hoping to discover wine, women, and adventure to boil the wild blood coursing through his savage veins. The trek to Gorzam was forced upon Grigner when the soldiers of Kryn were leashed upon him by a faithless concubine he had wooed. His scandalous activities throughout the Cimmerian city had unleashed throngs of havoc and uproar among its refined patricians, leading them to tack a heavy reward over his head. He had barely managed to escape through the back entrance of the inn he had been guzzling in, as a squad of soldiers pounced upon him. Fucking pounced?
Pounce.
I,
Okay,
I think that
I'm
was
gonna be
meant to be
honest.
pounced,
Okay,
but I
let me
don't
say.
know if that's better.
Let me put it this way: if you put this thing in a typewriter and wrote it, and a typewriter uses the same so QWERTY, how the hell did he get fucking pounced? The T and the P are nowhere near each other. And
Speaking of
okay,
a typewriter, there actually is an interesting story about how he went about writing this at the end of the story. However, we're not there yet, so
he
brace
swapped
yourself.
all the keys around and wrote the story properly, but using the incorrect letterings of the key, so every E is actually a Q for some reason. Also, I'd like to point this out.
Hmm?
Norgolian?
Yeah.
What do I want to be? Nordic or Mongolian?
Let's
How
fuck
about
it
both?
both.
Both.
I
Both.
can't
What do you mean
decide.
both? One of them lives in a fucking frozen wasteland, and the other one lives in fucking grass plains. Yeah, both. Frozen grass plains. That doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
you know the Norgolians go about on horseback, ravaging the ice plains. That's just what they do, you know.
Also, they're not soldiers of Kryn, they're soldiers of cringe. Sorry. They're cringe soldiers.
Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, when it pounced upon him. After spilling a spout of blood from the leader of the mercenaries as he dismembered one of the officer's arms, he retreated to his mount to make his way towards Gorzom, rumored to contain hordes of plunder and many young wenches for any man who has the backbone to wrest them away. End of
No,
chapter
that's
1.
that's all I want to go through.
This
I
is
physically
no,
my body is literally cringing.
it
This
gets
is this
so much better and so much worse.
this is cringe. This is literal cringe.
Oh,
Okay, this is
just
cringe.
brace
This is cringe.
yourself. It gets better.
No, no, no. I cannot. This is actual cringe. This is physically hurting me. Okay? I have moved out of my chair. I had to move my laptop to the floor. I am actually cringing right now. It hurts. I want to fucking die. You are killing me. The Buddhist man says, yes, stop torturing the dyslexia man. And I'm going to be honest with him. Please stop torturing me. Even just reading this hurts my entire existence.
No. Arriving after dusk in Gorzom, Grigner descended down a dismal alley, reining his horse before a beaten tavern. The red-haired giant strode into the dimly lit hostelry, reeking of foul odors and cheap wine. The air was heavy with choking fumes spewing from smoldering torches, with no space in between those, encased within Vedden's earthen-packed walls. Tables were clustered with groups of drunken thieves and cutthroats tossing dice or making love to willing prostitutes. Eyeing a slender female crouched alone at a nearby bench, Grigner advanced, wishing to wholesomely occupy his time.
I can't. No. Stop.
He's gonna occupy her. Oh, God. The flickering torches cast weird shafts of luminescence, dancing over the half-naked harlot of his choice, her stringy orchid twines of hair swaying gracefully over the lithe, opaque nose as she raised a half-drained mug to her pale red lips. Glancing upward, the alluring complexion noted the stalwart giant as he rapidly approached. A faint glimmer sparked from the pair of deep blue ovals of the amorous female as she motioned towards Grigner, enticing him to join her. The barbarian seated himself upon a stool at the wench's side, exposing his body, naked save for a loincloth, brandishing a long steel broadsword, an iron spiraled battle helmet, and a thick leather sandals to her
It's
unobstructed
perfect.
view.
Stop fucking killing the dyslexia man, or Gilboy will perish by boredom.
Continuing.
I can't. I physically cannot
You
stand
want to
any
take a
more.
crack at reading it?
I can't read it. I physically cannot read this shit.
Oh, come on, you could read the female's dialogue.
I I can't read this because it's so poorly written that I look at it and it just he fucking wrote this in Egyptian hieroglyphics and you're asking me to read that, but here's the trick. You're asking me to read it as if it was fucking Japanese, which is a language I still don't speak. You're trying to have me translate this into a language that it's not even from to a language I barely even speak.
Okay, we get it. Jesus Christ.
No, you don't get it.
I look, if this is killing you so bad, I can just find someone else to read this with.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm,
I just looked up and I think I found my favorite line.
what?
You make love well, wench, admitted Grignar as he reached for the vessel of pee. I'm sorry, as he reached for the vessel of pee. I'm sorry, that's it. The vessel of pee.
What? Where did you see vessel of pee?
I
Where's
don't
the
think it's on your.
vessel of pee?
Okay. The version I'm reading says pee and then a space and then
Oh, Ted.
potent wine.
Yeah. Hold on, link me that one. I want to see that one.
Okay, but I'm telling you, there's just a random fucking P there. So the line just ends with a P, and it just says a vessel of P at the very end, and then the rest of the sentence potent wine. But just ending it right there. Reach for a vessel of P, and it's just like that's just too good. That's too good.
What is?
Fucking P.
Okay, this is a much different uh version than I had. Okay, so where are you at?
Page 28.
Yeah, let me see. The vessel of P.
Yeah, dude,
Oh
there it is.
god. Okay,
I
I'm
can
gonna I'm gonna keep this version and I'm gonna like send this to Will and I'm gonna try and have him do this on a Pod-Crust.
Yeah, you're asking some guy that can't read. I actually thought that was a joke.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just have to rename this to fucking something stupid.
An attempt at, but dyslexia.
I'm just gonna name it dyslexia is a hell of a drug.
I guess that works
Actually,
too.
I don't know. I think Twitch will bean me if I use the H word.
Help.
That's good. Just help.
Help. It just says help. Stream name is Pod-Crust. Help. I mean, that's really what I've been saying this whole time.
Alright.
Anyways,
Alright, with that out of the way, I guess we can just talk about other shit.
Okay, first off, I want to get your opinion on something.
Sure.
Uh, I know it doesn't matter in the grand scale of things. In fact, it doesn't even matter in the small scale of things.
Mm,
What is your opinion on Sony saying "fuck you" to Disney because
good.
Disney wants more money?
Good.
That's what I said.
It's a good sign when, like, I get that it's, these two gigantic corporations bickering with each other over relatively insignificant amounts of money to their dragon's hoard. But it is a good sign that someone's sticking up to Disney, regardless of who it is. I've been
Because
saying it for years now. Yeah,
Disney
they are
is like
approaching a
effectively a
monopoly.
monopoly.
Yeah.
The only thing that's stopping them from owning every single Marvel character is literally
No, no, no,
Sony.
no. Here's the thing. It's not a monopoly if they own all the Marvel characters, because that's just owning an intellectual property. That's not the threat here. The threat is that they are monopolizing pretty much all of Hollywood. It is
Yeah,
near impossible to do anything entertainment related without having to brush thighs with Disney.
you either have some indie studio. Pixar was bought by Disney.
Yep.
Lucasfilms was bought by Disney.
Yep.
Everything Fox is now
They
owned by
bought the
Disney.
entirety of 20th Century Fox just for the Marvel characters they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't strike anyone as
Alongside
a
some
bit
other things, because
suspicious.
they also got to own Family Guy funny moments, so now they can
Okay.
copyright strike you for uploading Family Guy funny moments and The Simpsons, which are also big things.
Maybe
So it's
they'll
not like
do them the mercy of finally canceling the fucking show.
no, they're gonna run it into the ground even harder.
You can't get any further into the ground with the Simpsons.
Yeah, you
It's
know how
like
you
fucking
run something?
20
They've
feet
ran
deep.
this horse so far into the ground, there's nothing left for the horse, and we're 50 feet under.
There's
But let me tell
nothing
you,
left of
we're
the
still
horse.
digging.
They came to
The
Fox and just like, hey, where's the Simpsons? And they were just like standing out in the field. It's like, oh yeah, it's down there. Just like pointed into the fucking dirt. We
it's
beat the
70
dead
feet.
horse too hard and it actually died again. And it's like, oh well, you
The
better dig that
here's the
motherfucker up.
thing.
I've got
That
my beating sticks ready.
Dude, they dug that. They used a horse to dig it into a hole, and the horse. There's literally nothing left of the horse. Not an atom left that would be considered part of that horse. And they're still digging. Let me tell you. On The Simpsons, they are still digging that hole. Why? Just why? The last season, I bothered to watch a few episodes, and let me tell you, they were fucking worthless.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
But
this is
people
the
gave
problem
them
with a
high
lot of.
praise. You know why?
Mm,
Because most of the episodes were written by women, so they
ah.
must be good. No, they were garbage. They started and ended,
Did you
and
know that studies have proven that not just men, but women also find women less funny than men? I don't know if there's a biological explanation for this, but women genuinely have it harder in comedy than men. Women are I'm not going to say women aren't as funny as men, but I am saying it's a proven fact that women are found to be less funny than men. Like people consider men more funny than women. I don't know why that is. I'm not going to talk about why that is, like I am educated on it. However, that is a fact that we have to consider.
Yeah, it's not that the episodes weren't funny. It's that they were boring.
Yeah.
They random you just got random shit thrown at you at the beginning of the episode, which immediately created the conflict. And by the first commercial break, the conflict had either been resolved or was basically just done with anyway. So there was no point.
Oh god, it's the fucking Family Guy setup where it's like you start an episode and then like some random thing happens and that sets up a plot point and then that reaches its conclusion to lead way into a second plot point, which then reaches its conclusion in 5 minutes, which then leads into the episode's major plot point.
No,
I've
it's
noticed
the same.
that is an actual trend I've noticed in Family Guy in like the most recent, like in the last 10 seasons. That is how every single episode goes, and it's fucking bizarre. Bar none, every single episode. They go through like 2 separate plot points before they finally get to the main plot point of the episode.
I hate my new schedule I got this week.
What's your schedule?
I'm off on Monday, off on Thursday. I work Tuesday morning, Friday morning, Wednesday night, Saturday night, all day Saturday actually, and then Sunday all day.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're
Oh,
employed.
shit. I gotta talk to my manager tomorrow, cause they scheduled me a duel on Sunday, and I don't work duels. It's either A, work me 11 to 3, or B, work me 5 to 11, or C, work me 11 to 11.
Sorry, it's just you said they scheduled you a duel, and it immediately came to mind that you were gonna fight someone in the Slim Chickens parking lot. Just you and some other schmuck on your like on the crew with fucking rapiers dueling. Okay, well I found it funny. Fuck you.
Hold on, I'm trying to do math. It was pretty okay. 7.5. Tuesday, 5, 7.
Well, look, let me tell you, the one thing worse than working shitty hours is just not having a job. It's
Well, yeah,
really
I'm working
starting to
40. I'm working 40 a week.
nice. Let me tell you, being unemployed is really starting to crush my soul. I wake
I
up,
can do
I
that
do
too.
nothing, I
Yeah, well, let
fucking
me tell you
exist
this.
as
Being
nothing.
employed at this workplace is also soul crushing.
Yeah, but at least one, you have something, you have an actual reason to get up in the morning, and two, you get paid.
I wish I didn't work there sometimes.
Yeah, well, still better than being unemployed.
Sometimes I wish I was unemployed
You really don't.
in comparison to working
You
here.
really don't. You really don't. Trust me. It's it's yeah, it's soul crushing.
Okay.
The only thing I
I'm
have going for me right now is I got in contact with a publishing house that is taking interest in my book, but now I have to put up a sizable chunk of money to actually get it through the process of publishing, which I don't
how
have because
much?
$3,900.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
yeah, it's not cheap to publish fucking books nowadays. However, I did do like a background on them. They are 100% legit, and they do know their stuff. And it's not just like, yeah, give me 3,900 books and I'll like fucking open up my printer and staple this shit together. No, it's like actual full blown publishing, like on shelves in bookstores, online, and like advertising as well. It's like it's the full deal, but it's
You
not
know,
fucking cheap.
I could technically afford to pay for that, but I won't.
Yeah, and I wouldn't actually expect you to do that.
It'd be funny if I did, and then you'd have to give me rights.
Bucket.
Nah, but Disney's a fucking is trying to monopolize Hollywood, and besides like little indie studios and Sony,
Well, I
You
mean, a
got you
lot of
got
these little indie studios are working with larger publishing, like studios that are then ostensibly owned by Disney.
yeah,
Like
but
everything gets back to
down the
Disney.
line it just goes to Disney,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, or Sony. That's really all you get, or just the big name they put on it is just
I never understood when people say they like who in their right mind would want to control this disgusting Goliath that is the Disney Corporation, because it is this giant money consuming beast that
it's a giant
fucking
money
dis-
black hole.
yeah,
It
because
it absorbs everything that comes near it.
yeah, it makes billions of dollars, but it costs billions of dollars to keep up. The reason why they're constantly buying new intellectual properties and constantly expanding is because if they don't, they will like it'll fucking reach entropy.
Yep.
They are trying to prevent their own collapse by bringing everything else into itself, which is just it's just expediting the collapse.
I mean, you know what the original deal with Sony and Marvel was for the Spider-Man movie rights
I
were,
don't
right?
know, and I really don't care. But what? What was the
I'll
deal?
give you the gist of it. It's originally Disney makes 100% of the profits outside of the movie,
Right.
and 5% of the movie. Sony pays for the movies and gets 95% of the movies
Okay,
stuff.
so basically, like, Sony would put up the money to make the film and would get
Yes.
95% of the
Box office
yeah,
earnings.
of the box office earnings, and then Disney makes all the money from like toys and like merchandising.
Correct.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Okay. Their new deal was the exact same thing, except
Disney gets
Disney makes
50.
50%. Yeah, it's a
Yeah, no, that's
50-50
bullshit.
split.
And
And they
here's the
said
thing. Here's the funniest thing. Sony says they're open to negotiations. They're not saying hard no to Disney permanently. Disney is the one being the fucking hard ass here. They are
actually,
demanding 50%.
okay, do you remember a few years ago when they rebooted Spider-Man for the Amazing Spider-Man? It was meh.
Yeah.
Did you know that Disney also gave them that exact same deal and they did the exact same thing and just said fuck you and walked away?
Well, here's the thing. If anyone's defending Disney about this, they're absolutely retarded. They are completely brainwashed. There's no defending Disney on this. Disney is a corporation that is trying to own literally everything you enjoy. They are trying to make it a like an actual fucking rule that everything you enjoy, every work of fiction that you like is owned by them. So in your mind, you will only think I love Disney.
Yeah.
I love this property. I love this property. No, you love the Disney Corporation. Like this is some dystopian shit. And I think the root of the problem here is that for the longest time now, we've believed we're living in some fucking 1984 Orwellian dystopia. And everyone was just like, oh yeah, we live in a dystopia. Let's just hasten that along so we can be right and actually live in a dystopia. When we could just, not. Am I
Yeah.
the only person not looking forward to the collapse of modern society? Am I the only person who doesn't want the apocalypse to happen?
Yeah.
It, it's fucking retarded.
You are you're the only person. I want Disney to just own everything.
You never see anyone stand up to Disney. You never see anyone actually say fuck Disney. And even among my friends, I'll say, it's fucking ridiculous. And they're like, yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it? It's like, fucking.
My favorite part was when that was
All we
originally
need is a
released.
few thousand people with guns, and we can take care of any problem on the planet. People forget it's been so long since like these huge first world nations have had an actual full revolution that we forget that actually works. A few hundred or thousand people with weapons can just get rid of anything. That's all it takes.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, but what about the military? And well, they'll send the military. Well, the military also consists of citizens. The military is made
This
of
isn't
private.
even talking about like the government. Like if we wanted to get rid of Disney, okay, how about we just send a couple
All,
hundred guys with guns to like their CEO's house and make some fucking demands?
yeah,
You
my
know, that
favorite
would
part
work.
was, do you know who originally leaked that?
Oh.
It's Disney. They leaked it, and
Disney came
people
out and said,
started
"They're
immediately
being
blaming Sony.
bullies. They're not
They
giving
leaked
us
it,
all the money."
yeah, and then people looked at it and looked at their current deal and said, "Wait,
Yeah, I
don't you
guess
make
what they
like
thought is that
significantly more money
yeah,
than
Disney figured
them?"
that if they came out first and revealed this, people would immediately side with them. And they were right until their actual deal was made apparent. And then now everyone's like, oh, wait, you're being
Yeah,
a
and
fucking
now
psycho.
apparently there's new deals on the table, and it's more of a 30-70 split.
That's still,
And
no,
okay,
I wouldn't
and
accept that.
however, because of how fucking horrible Disney was with their first one saying 50-50 on box office and nothing else, I get everything else. They also had to put up a merchandise slotting as well,
Okay, yeah, because,
so that Sony even makes money off of merchandise, which is licensings they don't even own. They just own the movie rights. So Disney
yeah,
just got
so
fucked,
that's
like
Disney
right there.
paying them out of pocket, essentially.
Yeah.
Which actually is a much better deal because ever since Star Wars, merchandising has been the heart of Hollywood. Because when
Yeah.
George Lucas made the original Star Wars films, he agreed to a lesser pay up front for 100% of the merchandising. And at the time, merchandising wasn't a thing. So they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. You make some toys, whatever. And now he is a fucking multi-billionaire. And I just
Yeah.
want to say
And
that
then
George Lucas is the richest baby in the entire world.
he sold Star Wars to Disney for $2
Yeah.
because I made my money off of it after one movie. You fool. And then Disney decided to make two really shitty movies that no one should ever talk about.
Yeah, who cares? But toys! More toys! Buy the toys! Did you buy the toy? If you're sitting in this movie theater, you better have a toy in your fucking hand right now. Go out, buy a toy, come back, then we'll allow you to watch the film. But you better buy 3 toys when it's over.
Yeah, don't you know? Last time I went to a Marvel movie, and when I went to go see Captain Marvel, so I could give my opinion on how bad it is. I wasn't actually allowed to leave the theater unless I bought 7 Captain Marvel figurines, which were each priced at $60, and the ushers stood there, each one with a loaded gun pointed at me, and I had to shell out the money for them, or I would be killed on the spot.
Yeah, it's
And then I turned around and I saw that they weren't just the ushers from the theater. In fact, they were actually Disney Corporation
they were actual
military sent in.
federal like
The Disney sent
CIA
in some.
agents. They were like
No,
CIA they were agents
yeah,
of the CIA
Disney
wearing
has its own
Mickey
military.
ears.
Disney has its own fucking military, and they use it to make you buy their products.
Nah, they were like actual CIA agents just wearing Mickey ears. That's a host. Thank you, Muffin. If you're wondering why I'm not really conversing with the chat right now, it's because for the podcast I try and
You
focus
smell,
on the conversation.
because you guys smell.
Wow, rude.
Is it
Not
wrong?
false, but rude. Speaking of smell, I should probably take a shower.
Yeah. No, I would like to point that out. That does get on my nerves like
Yeah,
quite a bit.
it's fucking ridiculous. And to get back to the baby comment I made about George Lucas, he's a fucking moron. He's an absolute hack who is anathema to criticism. Like his response, like I saw this in like in an actual interview. People asked him, like how he deals with the criticism. And he said, people are just so rude nowadays. They just can't accept that, like I put my heart and soul into what I do, and they're still just they say all these mean things about it, and it's really not nice. And it's like, no, that's not how you respond to actual constructive criticism, you fucking moron. You can't play the victim when someone points out an actual shitty thing you do, like Howard the fucking Duck. He's an absolute fucking idiot. And if he had carte blanche on the original trilogy, like he had with the prequel trilogy, there would be no Star Wars fans to this day. If he had made the original film how he wanted to, there wouldn't be Star Wars to this day. People would have absolutely fucking hated it because it wouldn't have been called Star Wars. It would have been called Space Pirates 3000, I believe, was the original script.
Gay retards in space.
Yeah,
The movie.
but yeah, no, he can't take criticism. He's a fucking moron, and so
Well,
are all of
that's
his
because he
fans.
released three. That's because three movies came out. They gave him a big name that were like considered actually good, and then he said, "Cool," and then made Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
People
and the
said,
thing,
"Wow,
you want to know why
these are
those were
shit."
trash? Because at that point, no one said no to him. On the original set, people were shutting down his ideas left and right. Basically, what happened with the original trilogy is his wife or girlfriend or whatever at the time went over his script, threw out 2/3 of it, and kept all the good ideas in, and then had him make that film, and that's why we have Star Wars now. With the prequel trilogy, no one said no to him. No one fucking edited him. It was just everything he wanted, he put on the screen, and it was absolute
God, that's
bubbling
why
fucking
episode 1
garbage.
has the pacing of a fucking child telling a story.
Exactly.
It starts off in the middle of the story.
Everyone blames Anakin, the kid who played child Anakin, for ruining Star Wars. You should be blaming the child who was directing the film, not the child who was starring in the film.
Yeah, because the fucking child actors for one are just gonna be bad. They're
Yeah, there's no good child actors. They can't emote properly. I
However,
dropped my pen.
I will say this.
Mm.
Everything that Lucas did in episode 1 was incorrect, and then said, okay, now I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna make sure to take out the good parts, and made episode 2, and then said, okay, I forgot to leave, I forgot to delete some of the good parts, and made 3, and then accidentally made an actual goddamn ending to its story somehow, but it barely even qualifies as it. And my favorite one is Darth Vader yelling "No" at the end. That's the end of your goddamn movie trilogy.
And
Yeah,
like
the
that,
original.
this amazing, really intimidating villain who had shocked the theaters years before was just destroyed.
No. He just goes no.
No. Yeah, it's fucking bad. It was just so
Everything
bad.
was wrong, and then
Yeah.
Disney got a hold of it and somehow made the prequels look like fucking Pulp Fiction.
I
I don't
mean,
know how.
they were better than the prequels. I'll give them that much. But here's the thing.
No.
The prequels are at
Maybe
least
the first
memorable.
one.
Here's the thing. The prequels are memorable for being really, really bad. They at least
Look,
had that going for them. No one's going to remember anything from the new trilogy. I saw the first film in the new trilogy, and I couldn't tell you anything that happened in it. I think,
I thought it.
okay, so, uh, fucking uh,
Uh,
Gylo
I
Ben
can
or
give all.
whatever
Okay, I'm gonna read
talked to an
everything that
old
I can.
guy. Uh,
Hey, Bucket,
Black
I'm gonna tell you everything that
Trooper.
I can remember from it, and I've seen it
Okay,
like once.
okay.
Um, I remember main character Ray, Mary suing in the desert, and then someone says, "No, I will not pay you 1 billion foods for sand," and then robot from Thing. I don't remember exactly his name. He just kind of showed up. I don't remember exactly why he showed up. I don't even think the movie explained why fucking BB-8 showed up. I think he just had to show up for
I don't
reasons.
remember if
Af-
it was ever like explained how he got there. I think he
yeah, I
just
don't
kind of
think so
appeared.
either. And if it was probably like he just kind of landed there by accident. Though I
Yeah.
do remember that one scene where fucking Edge Lord Kylo Edge which I will refer
Pylo
to in
men.
dude. Kylo Edge, someone shot him with a fucking gun, and then he just said, "Hey, I'm gonna use my power of the Force to just fucking stop the bullets, like it's the Matrix." Just pulled a fucking Matrix on him, and sitting in the theater, and I'm going to an actual good one. They straight up decided whoever fucking turned those speakers up to fucking full blast. Some people actually got knocked out of their chairs because of how loud they played those speakers behind your chair. Like the fucking elderly and children are being tossed across the fucking room. They played that thing so goddamn loud and then turned it right back down. Uh, and then bullshit happens and Mary Sue does Mary Sue things. And then Black Stormtrooper shows up and gets shocked like in the trailer. And then more bullshit happens that literally doesn't matter, and then they steal the Millennium Falcon, and then Mary Sue goes, "Yeah, I ride a motorcycle, so yeah, I know how to fly a spaceship," and then she does.
Yeah.
But why? But why though?
All I really remember is that Rey had the most inconsistent character, like, ever.
Yeah,
There was a fucking, like, there was an army of different Reys inside her head, each one, like, vying for dominance. Because she didn't act the same between two scenes. She was a different character, scene to scene. It was fucking retarded.
look, I'm just saying that they said, "Oh yeah, she fixed a fucking motorbike on a fucking backwater desert planet."
Therefore, she can
Okay,
fly a ship. Yeah, man. I
so
mean,
so now she can fly one of the most in lore, one of the more technologically advanced ships.
yeah, man. I mean, like,
And also she has the ability to fix things on it
look,
without
dude. I can
eff-
drive a car. All right. I'm pretty sure I know how to fly your little plane. All right. So step aside. Let me at the helm.
Look, I rode a bike once, so yes, I'm pretty sure I'm qualified to launch this rocket to the moon.
We're measuring this in feet or miles here. Hold
Are we measuring this in feet or inches?
on.
Oh my god.
Miles? Psh, where are you trying to get this thing? Albuquerque? Get out of here.
Going to the
The
moon, but we're
fuck's a
giving it
meter?
Yeah, that's really what they explained. And then literally nothing of importance happened until that one scene where that one stormtrooper showed up and somehow fucking blocked a lightsaber. Never explained that.
Yeah. Do you
And
remember
then
female stormtrooper? Did you purchase the toy of female stormtrooper? I don't see
and
the toy in your
dude, no,
hand.
it wasn't a female stormtrooper. It was just a random ass stormtrooper who just happened to have this
Oh
fucking.
yeah, that guy, the traitor dude who like made headwaves for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened there. I just remember that specific scene, and then it's just fucking black after that, and then random Asian orange alien thing says, "Hey, that lightsaber is Anakin's lightsaber. It's yours now." And then nothing else until Kylo Ren asks for a hug from his dad, and then fucking murders him, and they blow up Star Killer Base. That's it. That's the whole fucking story right there. That's everything.
It
If you
was
go to
so
watch the
bad.
movie, that's the whole movie
It
right
was
there.
so
A
bad.
bunch of bullshit with a few scenes that maybe you cared about.
Okay, look, I'm gonna share with you a little secret here. Last Christmas, a movie came out called
I gave you my heart.
I think it was called The Star. It was just really bad, really hackneyed fucking like child retelling of like Jesus's birth, except it was from like the animals' perspective. It was really really bad. And me and my brother went to see it in the theaters so we could make fun of it.
Wait, what was it called?
The Star. And we went to make fun of it in the theater. And here's the thing: that was a better film than most Star Wars films, including the ones you think are good.
Uh, oh, I remember seeing.
Yeah, it was a really bad film. Now, I know what people are gonna say is like, "Oh, you don't like it because it's popular." No, I don't like it because it's bad. I like popular things. I like popular things that are good. Star Wars is not good, but you can fucking debate with these people till the cows come home. They will never
I will
accept it.
sit down to put it bluntly. I will sit down and I will watch uh Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 because there's actual thought put into them. Because someone said, "Hey, what if we don't write a shitty story and took shit out of it?" But beyond that, it's just because they're on sometimes.
Which one was it that was like the most popular? The one that George Lucas didn't direct? I think it was episode 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 5 was actually considered the worst of them when it came out between the two, and then they released episode 6, and it's like,
Or no,
holy
no, no,
fucking
no.
shit.
I'm talking about like the original trilogy.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 was not directed by Lucas, and to this day it is considered the best one of all of them,
Yeah.
because turns out, when you compare it to 3 of them, uh, because it ends on a cliffhanger and people didn't like that. Oh, you end me on a cliffhanger. And then when it ties back into episode 6, turns out fucking cliffhanger story writing in the middle of a trilogy was actually good.
Yeah. Because that wasn't the conclusion.
Yeah. And it's actually considered like really good. 4, 6, I will watch. 5 is actually like good enough to like watch just because it's good. I will watch the prequels because I want to fucking get obliterated by shitty movies. Except episode 1. I actually refuse to watch that on my own time. Uh, and episode 2 is somehow worse. But I watch it because it's sometimes funny in a bad way. And then episode 3, they just said, hey, what if we wrote a bad movie, but it was funny, like The Room, but not as funny? Just sad a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I will not watch the Disney ones. They're not worth it.
Why is it that these
They're not.
Pod-Crusts always loop back to us complaining about Star Wars?
Good question.
Well,
'Cause
we're
we
about
talked
at
about
an hour now. Was there anything else you want to talk about besides Star
Yeah, I want to
Wars?
talk about your fucking homework.
What homework?
The one from a week ago.
Okay. Every time I ask what homework, you say is like,
So
okay,
fucking scroll up.
here's homework.
Scroll.
Here's homework. It's like, okay, what is it? And you're like, blah, 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 and it's like fucking run away. And so I forget because I don't give a shit. And then I ask you like, what
I
homework? And
said.
you're like,
I
what I
said.
told you. It's like, yeah, well, I fucking forgot, and I'm not gonna bother
I
scrolling
said.
up.
Ooga booga. Ooga booga. Scroll back up. Do I have to get a mod to pin it?
I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna get a
Just
mod to
fucking
pin it.
tell me. No, you're
Dude, I
not.
asked you to told you to put some ear into Dio album so I can actually have a conversation
Yeah,
with
well,
you.
I've listened to most of them already.
That's not what you told me last time.
Okay, look here. I'll fucking go to Pandora, bring up the whole list of albums, and I'll tell you which ones I've listened to.
Pandora.
Yes, I use Pandora. Get off my ass. I prefer it to Spotify.
No, I have a coworker that uses Pandora, but he refuses to pay any money towards them for ad-free listening. However, there's this one issue.
Mm.
When you play it over the radio, apparently it'll play one song and then 4 ads, and like 2 of the ads will be talking about how to get a good job, like where to go to get a good job, and we just have to sit there and listen to him play ads on how to get a job.
Nice. Alright, let's see. Listen to Killing the Dragon, listen to Magica, haven't listened to Angry Machines, listen to Master of the Moon, listen to Lock Up the Wolves, listen to Sacred Heart, listen to, I think, most of Strange Highways, listen to Dream Evil, listen to Last in Line, listen to The Very Beast of Dio, listen to Holy Diver, and yeah, that's all of them.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You actually skipped the fucking garbage one.
Angry Machines,
Yeah,
I haven't listened to it, so I couldn't.
I
Don't have
don't
an
think it's
opinion.
good, and a lot of people agree with me apparently.
Hmm.
There's like 2 saving graces on the entire album that I really wish didn't actually like exist on the album, which make me sad.
What are they?
Stay Out of My Mind
Mm.
and This Is Your Life. The only two
Oh
songs on there
yeah,
that are
fucking love that
considered
song.
actually good. Too bad they're on an album which consists of like garbage and a lot of other garbage that just seems like it was written just to be pushed.
Well, This Is Your Life is also on the titular album, the tribute album, where a lot of
Yeah,
different. Yeah,
which is where I actually officially say it is. That
yeah.
is where it actually
I didn't
lives, and
even
not
know it
on a
was
bad
on that.
album.
I didn't even know it was on that album.
Yeah, it's the last one on there.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, yeah.
So
Well, I've listened to most of them.
yeah, you listen to all the ones that are actually worth listening to. Everyone also says Strange Highways is pretty garbage.
Well, I like. There's only one
I
song
like a
on
few
it
of
that
them.
really stands out to me, and that's Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost. I really love that
Yeah,
song. It's probably the heaviest Dio's ever done.
maybe under Dio.
I haven't listened to all of his stuff from Black Sabbath.
Yeah, just go listen to Dehumanizer album. That is literally pushing it on like the heaviest you can get.
Hmm. I believe. Maybe I will then. Anyway. Uh.
Just because you can listen to the one, my favorite line I've ever heard in a song.
Hmm.
If you listen to the Dehumanizer album by
Hmm.
Black Sabbath, sung by Ronnie James Dio, you can
Hmm.
actually listen to a line where he says, "I'm a whore," and let me tell you, mwah, beautiful.
Oh, from I.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that song.
that's it. That is peak right there. That is just peak right there.
Yeah, it's funny taking art out of context.
It is actually. So
Yeah,
let me
well, it's
tell
not
you.
very sophisticated.
Well, what do you do that's sophisticated, Bucket? Do you fucking sit around drinking tea, pinky up?
No,
Fucking
I
sitting there and
levitate
you
it.
sit,
No, I hold the
you,
cup with my pinky and just my pinky. I've
dude.
got
Yeah,
my
it's because you
pinky.
can fucking cut all of your other fingers off
Yeah, why do you think I'm so shithouse at TF2?
because you're bad at the game.
Fuck you, no, I'm not. I only have 2 fingers.
Yeah, you put both of them up your ass, by the way.
That's debatable.
That is not
Anyway,
debatable. It's not debatable.
anyway, changing the topic.
Oh yeah, apparently within like the last month, it, a bunch of music videos that Dio did have been uploaded onto YouTube by Rhino.
Hmm.
Um, and let me tell you, the budget for those was $7, and that $7 was made was put exclusively into Dio's hair. Let me tell you, like there's no quality. They put zero quality into like what they did, and I love it. They have like
I'm
you can
pretty sure that
tell
was
this is
just how music videos were at the time.
yeah, but it's so much better. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's so much better because it's lower quality.
Yeah.
Anyways, my favorite part is I just found this website that ranks every album that was sung by Dio.
Mm.
Black Sabbath, Dio, Rainbow, and Elf.
The well forgotten elf.
Yeah, and Angry Machine still scores lower than 2 of the 3 albums by Elf. It's that bad. And its only saving grace is like 2 songs, which people say, yeah, I really wish was there. But also, Magica is immediately the one after that, and I say, no.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, Magica is lower or higher than Angry Machines?
Okay, so it's the 20. So 20 is Elf, and then Angry Machines, and then uh, another elf, and then Magica. And it's like, no. Magica is not worse than Master of the Moon and everything else. I'm gonna
Okay, I
I,
thought you were saying that Magica was bad. I was about to kick your fucking ass.
yeah, I would kick my own ass too.
I don't know. I mean, taste is subjective, so whenever you look at a list like this, it's dumb. You're not gonna agree with it unless
Yeah,
your
but I'd
taste
kick
just
my
like
own ass too if
perfectly
I said
align with
Magica was the
this
second
guy's.
worst album.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about lists like that because there's you can't rank songs objectively. I mean, you can, but mostly just pop songs. It's hard to list metal objectively as like good or
Yeah,
bad.
but yeah, I'm gonna list all pop songs, all modern pop, all K-pop actually. I got my tier list up. Okay,
Ching
we're gonna
chong
speed
bing
run.
bong. Bing
I'm
bong
gonna,
ching chong.
I'm
Ching
gonna
bong
speed,
ching
dude.
chong.
Okay. You ever seen that video called speed running ranking all Kingdom Hearts games?
No.
Yeah, well, it's a video and he goes, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Starts the timer and just puts them all in the fucking F tier and says done. That's pop. That's K-pop right there. That's me and K-pop. I'm gonna
Yeah.
rank it all F, fucking
Yeah.
S, master level shit tier.
The S of F, if you will.
If you will, uh, uh, white girls say which one is cuter. Talking to fucking K-pop, and then I'd show you five lines, literal copy and paste lines, and they'll argue over which one is the better one when they're literally clones of each other.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. I think my favorite video on the internet is North Koreans reacting to K-pop, and it's just this fucking stadium full of people just sitting here in just silence watching this with these uncomfortable faces. Like, what the fuck is this? I'd rather be in the mines right now. What is this bullshit?
Anyways, I would like to note that I also found out that Dio was barely over 5 feet tall.
Yeah, he was
So
short. He was a gremlin.
uh, officials put it at 5'4", but anyone that said they met him said there's no fucking way this guy was 5'4". Impossible, literally impossible that this man was 5'4".
Yeah, he was a little gremlin.
Yeah, like most people say he was like 5'2". I just want to point that out.
My mother is 5'2".
Yeah, think about that. Your mom's probably the same height as Dio. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's it's crazy. Anyways, just to put it out here, the Holy Diver album wins number one. Just because the music videos are definitely the best. Rainbow in the Dark, I still can't figure out what the hell is going on because it cuts between Dio standing on a roof singing and some weird like pedophile looking guy following some girl. I don't understand any of it, and I find it funny. And then the Holy Diver music video, uh, which is literally fucking LARPing, but
Yeah.
with real swords. It is amazing.
It is.
It is great, and that's how you win. That's how you win album of forever.
I don't know if I'd call it great, but it is amazing.
It is a sight to just.
Yeah, man, it's just it's cheesy. It's really
Oh
cheesy.
my, yeah. There's cheesy, and then there's I look at you and you immediately start falling, and then I swing the sword and you
Then you
die.
turn
But I
into
gotta.
rats.
Yep.
Yeah. it's it doesn't get any better than that, folks.
Yep. That's it. That's how I'm gonna die. I hope that's how I die. I hope someone just kills me by swing a sword. I die, and then he swings a sword, and I turn to rats. That's how I hope to die.
Jeez. Alright.
I'm like pretty sure because I saw this, and then I saw the cover version by Killswitch Engaged,
I
which
hate that version so much.
Yeah,
because they
I don't.
changed one lyric and they made the
No, I
worst
saw their
lyrical
music
change.
video, which is like they made this, but less cheesy, and it's
Yeah,
significantly weirder.
yeah.
I don't know why they did that. I think they're the only one of anybody that did anything on the cover to
See,
like actually make a video.
yeah, it's weird. Also, the weirdest thing about that whole album is Judas Priest's cover of I can't remember what they did. I think it was Rainbow in the Dark. I'm probably wrong on that. I can't remember. It doesn't stand out in my mind. The weird thing about it is just how bland it is. It feels like a minimal effort was given. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was.
What, on the album, Rainbow in the Dark?
Yeah.
Like, okay, is it like their specific one, or is it the one actually on? Because I don't want to say
I don't
no.
know if they did it on the album, but I do.
They did not. Okay, there is Rainbow in the Dark on the album.
Okay,
'Cause
what did Judas Priest do a cover for the album?
no, or at least they're not credited under Judas Priest.
Okay, Rob Halford.
Rob Halford.
Yeah.
Yes, he did one specific.
What did he do?
Man on the Silver Mountain.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. There's like minimum of effort. It just doesn't sound like a lot of effort was put into it, which is saying a lot because I've listened to a lot of Judas Priest and it's fucking amazing.
I mean, Anthrax did Neon Nights. Tenacious D did The Last in Line.
Those are good covers.
What? Yeah. Adrenaline Mob did The Mob Rules.
Which just makes sense. And they did a good cover.
Clever joke. Rainbow in the Dark is created by Corey Taylor, Roy
It's just the
Mayorga?
members of Slipknot.
Yeah. Which is
And
funny because
that's a
it
good.
didn't actually get
Yeah, it's a good
credited
cover.
like that. Straight Through the Heart is created by Under Hailstorm, who, by the way, is actually having a concert down the street from my workplace
Nice.
on a Sunday, which I might just use as an excuse to get out of that. Starstruck cover by Motorhead with Biff Byford.
Yeah, because Lemmy's dead. Which sucks because I think you do a good cover.
Yeah. Scorpions did Temple of the King.
Which is a good cover.
Doro did Egypt.
I take or leave it.
I'm not a fan of it.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. It's women can't do metal. All right.
Yeah.
Women can do punk, like punk rock, really well, but metal is just the whole nother thing.
I thought it was real empty. It's not Kill Switch Engage, it's Holy Diver, which it kills me. It fucking kills me.
I don't think the Holy Diver cover was that bad. It's just the one lyric change kills me every time.
Yeah. I was covered by Oni Logan, Jimmy Bain, Rowan Robertson, Brian Tichy.
It's a good cover.
Man on the Silver Mountain was Rob Halford, Vinny
yep.
Appice.
Yeah, it's Judas Priest.
Dude, they got fucking Vinny in there though. Do you know who Vinny is?
Yes.
Who?
The fuck you're referring to Lech's character in your D&D
No, I am
campaign.
not actually.
Who are you referencing?
I'm actually referring to the actual drummer who followed Dio around, Vinny Appice. He actually did drum work under Black Sabbath and Dio. And when Dio said, "Fuck Black Sabbath, I'm leaving," he said, "Me too," and just left with him.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Metallica has a cover on there. Did you know that?
Yes, I've listened to the entire album.
What's your opinion on that one?
I can't remember which one they did.
Ronnie Rising Metal
Oh
Melody.
yeah, the medley. Yeah.
Yeah. Light in the Black,
That's
Tear
pretty
It Woman,
cool.
Stargazer, and Kill the King. Gotta take 4 of them. Gotta write
Yeah.
a 10-minute one.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're not gonna do just one. We're clearly the best. We're gonna do the
Here's
best
my-
cover. We're gonna do 4 covers, and it's gonna be better than everyone else's because we're Metallica. Roar!
Actually, here's my opinion.
Mm.
I really wish it wasn't all 4 of them, because you could do some of them okay, and some of them better than others, and I'd take or leave a few of them off of there. But if I want to listen to it, I gotta listen to all of it.
Yeah,
So,
it's
eh.
fucking. It'd be better if
Catch
they
the
just did
Rainbow.
like one. I fucking love that cover of Catch the Rainbow. Glenn Hughes is amazing. That was my favorite fucking song on that album. It gives me chills.
Yeah, and guess what?
What?
The guitarist on it is a guitarist that worked with Dio,
Mm?
Craig.
Hmm.
Told
I
me.
think he was. I think I didn't. I don't know the names of the people who did the Dio hologram tour. The Dio returns. I'm pretty sure it was those guys though.
I could probably figure that out.
Probably. I know there were 2 vocalists. One like both of them did different, kind of like different styles of Dio, but both did like really well.
I'm actually just gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, you do that.
Dio returns. Let's see.
The Dio disciples.
Man, can you just give it to me? Oh, here it is. The band includes Craig Goldley on guitar,
Mhm.
Scott Warren on keyboards, Bjorn Englund on bass, and Simon Wright on drums.
Okay. Does it say who the vocalists were?
Before the hologram tour was announced, they had 2 singers: Tim Owens, formerly from Judas Priest,
Oh yeah, when Rob Halford.
and
did.
Oni Logan. Saying Jump for Dio. That's about it.
But yeah, those guys are really really good.
Yeah, and then the final one on the very end of it is that This Is Your Life.
Yeah, and that was the original by Dio, which was
And if
very
you
thematic.
got the digital version, you got a bonus track, Buried Alive by Josta.
I don't think I've heard that.
I have actually. It's on the Spotify version, only a few of them, and I have actually listened to the one with that.
And
So since Buried Alive does come from the Dehumanizer album, the heaviest metal of anything that Dio sang, when you really put kicks into it and just go crazy with it, I actually would like it. But if you did it to anything under Dio or any other thing that he did, I wouldn't like it as much. So I actually think it fits a lot better.
okay, well
And
again,
then
I haven't
the
heard that
Japan
whole album. The only thing from that album I've heard is and I do like that song.
Yeah, and then the Japanese got 2 other versions.
What?
They also got Heaven and Hell and Stand Up and Shout, which I have heard neither of
Who the?
because I can't find
Wait.
them anywhere.
Wait, you mean like a band called the Japanese, or like a
No,
Japanese?
Japanese bonus track. Like if you
Huh.
lived in Japan, you got it. You got 2 bonus tracks.
And who did those covers?
Heaven and Hell was done by. How the hell do I? Okay.
Were they done
How
by
the hell do I-
Japanese bands? Because if they're done by Japanese bands, I don't
Stripper.
give a shit. I have never heard of someone called Stripper.
Genre Christian metal. I think
Oh, wow. Japanese Christian metal. I'm
that's why.
called
Hey,
Stripper.
guess where they're from? Guess where
Where?
they're from? Orange County, California, USA.
Oh
Not even
gosh, and golly
Japanese.
gee. Not even Orange County, Florida. Cause that would be very close to home.
That's really funny.
I think that like
Nah,
I
it's
literally
it's
think
it's
that's
a
the next county
it's
over.
a Christian metal band called Stripper that covered a song by Dio called "Heaven and Hell" that only the Japanese got, and I can't
That's
find it anywhere.
fucking absurd.
I know. And also, "Stand Up and Shout" was covered by the Dio Disciples.
Ah, okay. But why only the Japanese? That's not fair.
I don't know. I can't find it on YouTube for some reason. I can't find it on Spotify. That's for damn sure. I've looked at Pandora. It's not there. It's off the fucking planet. I gotta go to Japan and buy a copy of it so I
That's
can
bullshit.
pop it into my CD player and listen to 2 songs on it and go. And then an event either A, like them a lot, or B, not like them at all. And I don't want to go to
You know what would be
Japan.
fucking hell though would be if they were actually in Japanese.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I wonder, like, because here's the thing. Do you think when I don't know? I'm pretty sure like Japanese people just import Western music as is, but I don't know. Because I mean, like,
I found it.
okay, you did. Where'd you find it?
YouTube.
Ah,
Because it wouldn't let me find it in any way unless I specifically look up under stripper.
ah, okay. Well, you listen to that and tell us how it is later.
I'm
Not
30
now.
seconds in and I already just do not like it that much. And I
Okay.
do like the song Heaven and Hell.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's like the biggest song Dio did, besides Holy Diver.
Besides almost everything on the Holy Diver album at this point.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause everyone-
the two like biggest songs Dio ever did were Heaven
Yeah,
and
you
Hell
you
and
either
Holy
talk
Diver.
to be fair, it's like okay, you pick one from each like version that he did, except Elf. Everyone forgot about Elf.
Yeah, I forgot about Elf.
You ever actually listen to anything
I have
by
not
Elf?
heard anything he did under Elf.
Dude, it's fucking crazy.
Is it good, crazy, or
Okay, think about this. What is a song that's under the artist Dio that you would say, would be like the one song you'd give to someone that said what is like the main flagship of him?
what?
Good question. What the hell did I just say?
I don't know.
Yeah, good point.
I'm
What is the one Dio song that you would say
like the quintessential Dio song.
yes?
Holy Diver.
Okay, think about that song.
Mm.
Everything that you think about that song has nothing to do with Elf. Okay.
So Elf is like, what is it? Is it country, K-pop, fucking jazz? What?
Good point. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Okay.
Because it's like, oh yeah, they just kind of dabbled everywhere, and then somehow their lead singer said bye, and immediately went to go do metal. It's like, what? Oh yeah, apparently their genres are blues rock.
Weird.
They are blue. He started under blue. Actually, he didn't even start under blues rock. Technically, he had
Yeah.
a single before that.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was that?
It was under the Vegas Kings, which immediately had their
Oh,
name
yeah.
changed because that was gay and stupid to Ronnie and the Rumblers.
Yeah.
And it's like you go from that to Rainbow, and it's like
Yeah.
where the hell is this going? Because it's like we're starting to hear, and then we're
The
moving
Vegas
to a weirder genre.
Kings, Ronnie and
To
the
Elf.
Rumblers,
Elf, and you're like
then
weird
Elf,
blues
then
rock.
Rainbow.
Rock. You
I'm just
listen to-
going by like the group names, and it sounds pretty gay. Is what
Dude,
I'm trying
just
to get
being
at.
real here.
Yeah, so
Blues
am I.
rock is weird.
I don't think I've ever listened to anything called blues rock. All right, right. Well,
Uh,
we're nearing the 80-minute mark here. So do
fuck
we
the
want
80 minute mark.
to? I'm just asking, do we want to rein this in?
Yeah, I'm gonna rein this in by playing like and just sending. I'm gonna send you a video,
Uh,
and just think that the man that sang "Holy Diver" also sang this song.
Blanche. I'm not gonna listen to it right now because I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure Twitch will fucking mute it.
yeah. I'm just saying that you listen to it, and it's like, how the hell did the man that sang that do anything like beyond that?
Well,
To
I'll listen
if
to
the
it later.
starting lyrics of something is "rainy days, too many rainy days,"
Well, I don't know. I mean, that could be
and
pretty
then you
fucking.
repeat that over and over.
Okay, you're fucking spoiling the song for me here.
Oh god, I've spoiled the fucking song. You're gonna die.
I wanted to go in with sort of a blank impression, and now I know what to expect. Thank you.
Expect the song.
Yeah, with the fucking rainy days, too many rainy days. Well, I'll listen to it later. For now, though, I
Yeah.
think we'll bring this episode of Pod-Crust to a close. Yeah, this kind of came out of nowhere. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. Cause no one fucking watches these. I was hoping to do something kind of funny for this with the whole Eye of Argon thing. Guess I'll have
But I
to
can't
find
read.
someone else to do that with. I'm pretty sure I'll get Will to do it. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. But yeah, for now, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm probably gonna be doing more of these. Just don't expect them like on an actual schedule. I'm pretty sure they'll just come and go whenever I find something to talk about or something to do. Uh, any final thoughts, Gage?
I I went to Wikipedia and it sent me to a list of blues rock musicians. And do you know who the first one that came up was?
Elf?
AC/DC.
What? You can't be serious.
I am not joking with you.
Send me that list.
I'll send you that so you can look under genres. And I will send you this, and you can look under A.
Oh, let me just AC/DC genres: hard rock, blues rock. Yeah, there it is, and then rock and roll, blues rock.
My dyslexia got the better of me. There's a band called Electric Flag, and I swear when I looked at
The
it the first time
electric
I saw it,
fag.
yeah, and I said, "There's no way. There's no
Whoa!
goddamn way."
Okay, hold on. Fucking Aerosmith?
It's all
Jesus.
over the place. Everyone's got it. Dude, everyone's
Okay.
got it.
I'm looking at these because these are. I'm wondering like how many people in here are like really gonna stick out. The Butts Band. Butts Band.
Wait,
Not
what?
like actual butt. BUTTS. Butts Band. But like it's
I can't.
man, I've listened to their music. It was fucking ass. Eric Clapton, yeah, that's not surprising. Cream,
Deep
yeah, that's not
Purple.
surprising. Creedence Clearwater Revival, yeah, that's what I'd expect of blues rock. Deep Purple, hey, that's yeah.
Man, who
Elf,
wants to
there it
play Smoke
is.
on the Water with me?
No, I really don't.
Dude, first song you learn on the piano, Smoke on the Water.
Yeah,
Everyone knows.
yeah,
So what, three keys? Four keys, in fact?
yeah, pretty much.
Four
Guns N'
notes? How four
Roses, huh? I always wondered what to classify them as.
Garbage?
Hard rock band. Also, really?
Nah. Jimi Hendrix?
Jimi Hendrix. Oh yeah, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Yeah, that's not surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking everything's blues rock. Jesus Christ.
What the hell even is blues rock?
Led
Because, like,
Zeppelin. Everything is blues rock, I guess. Leonard Skinner. Everything is blues
Whitesnake!
rock.
Everything!
Everything is blues
If
rock.
you tell me, it's like, oh yeah,
Jimmy Page.
I'm gonna play you some songs. It's by bands that play blues rock, and I play you some Deep Purple. I play you some AC/DC. Aerosmith.
White
I
Snake.
just play
ZZ Top. Jack White. That's not surprising.
I play one song from every single one of these,
I
and
mean,
then
okay,
it's like,
look, the only one that really like, yeah, I understand, would be the White Stripes, because yeah, I honestly can't
oh,
think of
here's the
anything
definition
else.
of it. Blues rock is a subgenre of rock which developed in the late 60s.
Yeah,
Traditional three-chord blues song and instrumental improvisation.
yeah. Let's see, the first original blues rock artists such as Cream, the Paul Butterfield Blues Band, and Canned Heat actually borrowed the idea of combining an instrumental combo with loud amplification from rock and roll, and also attempted to play long, involved improvisations which were commonplace on jazz records and live blues shows. As blues rock gained popularity, bands that followed immediately were louder and more riff oriented, giving birth to both heavy metal and southern rock, which both used basic blues riffs and features extended solos. In the early 70s, the lines between blues rock and hard rock were barely visible, as bands including ZZ Top began recording rock oriented albums that tended to obscure their blues roots. However, blues rock soon distinguished itself from hard rock, and acts continued to play or rewrite blues standards, as well as write their own songs in the same idiom. In the 80s and 90s, blues rock was more roots oriented than in the 60s and 70s, even when artists such as the Fabulous Thunderbirds and Stevie Ray Vaughan flirted with rock stardom. Hmm.
And by the way, I went to the Wikipedia page for Butts Band.
Yeah.
Butts Band was a British and American group formed by the X-Doors member John Densmore and Robbie Krieger that was active from the years 1973 to 1975. The band released 2 albums with the exception of Krieger and Densmore. They consisted of different band personnel on each.
Okay.
What the hell is the Doors? Okay, you went from a band called Doors to
To
Butts
Butts
Band.
Band, yeah.
Okay, just fucking give up. Stop. Oh, the Doors wrote psychedelic rock and acid rock.
That makes sense. Also, the Black Keys are
You're,
blues rock. That's not surprising.
and I say, yeah, the band everything disbanded.
Okay, hold on. Time out. When I say Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs, where do you think they're from?
Um, Malaysia.
No. Close, but no.
Where?
Australia.
What the?
Yeah!
I think you're on the wrong side of the planet, buddy.
The fucking Aztecs, yeah. Oh, man.
Anyways, good night, folks.